What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arena of Valor video, and today we will be taking a look at a very nice Paine mid lane gameplay that I had. A lot of you guys requested me to play this in the mid lane. I do think he is probably better in the jungle, but I think mid lane Paine has a lot of value as well, which you will see very shortly here. You can see we have amazing wave clear, especially with this Malok support, and now level 2 Paine is actually one of the strongest level 2 heroes in the game. So I know that. I just run into the enemy jungle, and this Enzo cannot do anything. We end up getting the red buff, which is a little bit lucky, but even if we didn't get it, he would hit level 2, but we would still just 1v1 kill him there. There's nothing he can do. We just do too much damage with that passive, with that S2, and yeah, definitely make sure whenever you play this in the mid lane, I do think you have to abuse this level 2 power spike. It is absolutely insane. And yeah, other than that, if you're jungling, you just go for the jungle item. If you're playing mid lane, you just go Apocalypse first. It is pretty much the same thing. You go Evil Secrets next, and then you round it out with a Hecate to make your Apocalypse even stronger. And you can see we're playing very aggressively. I was really glad this Malok played really well too and was following us on our roams. And yeah, we just easily pick up another kill here. We jump always to the other side of the enemy. That's why a lot of people think this is not good in the mid lane, because if you jump to on the opposite side, right, people think you can't really clear lanes because you just jump into their face. But what you do is you S1 and you walk with this little ghost. You walk behind the minions and then you auto attack, and then you end up pretty far away from the enemy, and you have your ranged auto attacks to look what I always do. I always run behind the minions. Of course, it is a little bit tricky at the start. It is a little bit annoying. You need to get used to it. But yeah, I have 300 games, I think, on this hero in Honor of Kings, and he's only played as a mid laner there. He can't really jungle. I try to make it work in the jungle, but it just doesn't do enough damage over there. But yeah, you can see we just ganked this little Frontino, and this is the insane combo. That's why I take Flicker, okay? You can redirect the ult, and that just makes amazing plays. He would have escaped there. It's very hard to just hit your ult, right? How this hero is played in Honor of Kings, you run in with S1, S2, poke someone to like 30% of health, and then you just jump out with your ult. And your ult has a 20-second cooldown, so in 20 seconds you can do it again, right? And you can just gain advantages that way. But here, a lot of people just go jungle and they expect to hit ult, which is pretty difficult, right? It's not a skill shot you can just hit if you're good. It depends on the enemy. They can dodge it if they have flicker and stuff, but if you have flicker, you can just predict their flicker and stuff. You can predict the violet roll, everything, and you can just hit them and absolutely destroy them. And you can see, man, we're 4-0 smurfing on them, okay? But nothing else was to be expected of the gaming genius, of course. Especially if he finally plays a hero, he actually already played a couple hundred games, you know, in a different game, that is. But he feels very similar, which is actually a bummer because he is very clunky in both games. But that's how they balance him, which is fine, I guess. And here you can see, man, the S1 gives you so much. A lot of people would just ult there, I think, but we wouldn't hit it. Let's be real, guys. It's not even the best Paine players in China on Honor of Kings. They don't try to hit that ult, man. It's just not worth, because if you miss it, you can't ult out, right? Because it's on cooldown, and if you don't hit it, you actually miss damage. And there, even if the enemies collapsed onto me, I could just ult out. And that is why we use the S1 to enter these roams and stuff. And the S1 actually gives you so much move speed. They already nerfed that 2 times, I think, in China. So we still have the ridiculous version, so just use its power. Don't try to make anything. You try to hit ult if you take flicker. By the way, if you're not a fan of this, it is pretty difficult. Like, you will see me miss it one time this game, okay? It really isn't that easy. The timing is very tight. So if you're not a fan of flicker, you can go for execute. You can also go, and this is the pro secret Paine tip, okay? You can go for disrupt. You can turn off the enemy tower. I will make a video about that if you guys want me to, and I think you guys will want me to, because it is pretty fun. And you just dive everyone, okay? You just jump in and you just absolutely demolish them, and you just jump out with your ult, And yeah, there's nothing they can do, man. If you're ahead, if you're fed with that, with Disrupt, it is GG, man. It is so unfair to play against. It is an Honor of Kings tactic. I only saw one guy use it, but he was a genius, so I think it's worth trying out. And yeah, of course we go for Evil Secrets as a second item. Pretty much every mage goes that as second item, guys. It's just a broken item. I'm not sure if I already mentioned, but we go for the Shield enchantment because it gives us Magic Lifesteal. Magic Lifesteal is really, really good on this hero. The issue is we don't go Reyes early because it's just, look at this, look how much damage, man. This is such a stupid hero, guys. It is way too much damage, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit too much, okay? It's a little bit too much and we can just escape like that. And you know, in Honor of Kings, it doesn't even have the S1 that you can just cancel it. You have to do an auto attack to cancel it, okay? And if enemies are around, it's very tricky to do that auto attack in time. I don't think I would have been able to escape there if it wasn't for that S1. So yeah, what can I say, guys? It is a ridiculously strong hero. He is always banned. This is ranked, by the way. I don't know how I got him, but the enemies didn't ban him. So I was like, okay, give me Paine. I have 3 games, but I have 300 games. Haha! The enemies probably thought, hey, no one can play this hero yet, because it is actually pretty difficult. But, you know, for a seasoned Paine Simayi veteran like myself, okay, for a connoisseur, it is a very simple feat to achieve, okay, guys? And we're not talking about those feet, okay, guys? I'm just chill out, guys, okay? I know you're getting excited, boys. I know the virgins are getting excited right now when they hear that word, but chill, just chill for a second, okay? And yeah, you can see, man, we're chilling. We have that flicker up, so I'm looking for that opportunity to do another ult flicker, okay? To reposition the ult mid-flight. But it's hard to find these situations, of course. I still think flicker is pretty good because you can just flicker in S2 auto attack, S1, someone is still not in range, you flicker to chase them. It is pretty good. Execute has its benefits as well, though. And of course, I forgot to say, the most standard skill to use is Purify, guys. That is the most standard skill for the mid lane Simayi. Look at this here. See? And cringe. The timing is just very, very intricate, guys, okay? It's very sophisticated. See, there we mess up a little bit as well. It's very easy to mess up with this hero, you know? We just jump into the enemy tower. So, yeah, it's a very cool hero. I hope they nerf him a little bit, you know, so we can play him in ranked all the time. Because right now it is a permabanned, you know? And this is gonna be a good ult, finally. And you can see, if you hit it, it does a ton of damage. But it is pretty difficult. And here Jinnar rolls in, throws his bouncy balls at us, and there's nothing we can do. But our team is just gonna end up finishing the game, man. The enemies just got completely clowned. We snowballed so hard. I'm not sure how I'm gonna title this video, but something probably along the lines of how to win, how to just stomp early game as Paine, because that is what this hero is for, believe it or not, guys. He is incredibly strong in the early game. You can see we only did 28% damage, but that is because the last 2 fights we didn't really do too much. It's just how the hero works. You know, as soon as you're at the enemy bases, it is really difficult to do anything, because if you just jump into those towers, you will just die. That is where the Disrupt comes into play, of course, guys, okay? It is very, very potent. I know it seems like a joke. I know you will laugh when you see the thumbnail, but it is pretty potent. And yeah, I do think this is the best build. You go for Reyes after, and the Zweihänder seems to have potential, but I like to play this hero as a burst mage, you know? I think a lot of people prefer that. You don't really go for your auto attack passive, you know? You don't really go for that. You go for that first, for that jump, you know? You S1 jump, auto attack, right? Apocalypse proc. S2, another auto attack, you jump again. It just does much more burst than sustained damage. So yeah, I do think this is the best thing. So you can just go ahead and copy this build. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Paine mid lane gameplay. If you want to see another one with Disrupt, which, let's be real, guys, you guys want to see it. And even if you don't, I'm gonna upload this, because as soon as you see that stupid Disrupt, you're gonna click that, okay? That is exactly what you're gonna do. And yeah, Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a beautiful like. I hope you'll have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.